Just going to give people a couple of minutes to connect here with us, and then we will get started. Just give me 1 second to make sure everything looks good. So for you who are here, let's get the ones that are technically a bit more challenged. I'm one of them. Just a couple of minutes to get back in here, or get in here, I should say, and then we can get started. You can ask questions throughout the whole webinar. You can do that through a Q&A button somewhere on your screen. So feel free to do that while we go through the presentation. If there's any questions you have, we'll get to them at the towards the end of the webinar, but I'll definitely be able to follow all of those. You should be anonymous also to each other. You can ask questions without worrying about who's seeing them. Only I can see them. So take this chance to really ask questions if you have any about, the topic of the day. But let's just give people another minute or two. I think we're basically at where we should be. Well, there's already a question. Oh, okay. Somebody's grateful for the webinar. That's very sweet of you. You are very welcome. We do appreciate that. We do also believe in education at Hatch. It's very important. This journey is a huge investment, if you will, in emotions, time, finances. So we definitely want people to be educated. So I appreciate you appreciating that, because we just try to spread the word about how this is all going down and what it means. So I thank you for that. All right, well, great. Well, let's jump in. I think that we're basically, somebody's coming in here. Let's just give them another second. Just keeping a bit of track here, but I will finish on time, I promise. So you can all go back to your evenings, days, mornings, work, leisures, whatever you have today. But I'm happy to see that there are so many of you here. That's awesome. All right, well, let's jump in, and I'm sure that the rest can come in as we speak. All right, let me just open up my little presentation here. Let me just turn down my other screen so we don't accidentally see anything else in terms of people. Let's do that. All right. I hope you can see a nice little presentation with a couple of amazing people on there, surrogates and intended parents. I'm just gonna say that I answered this question. Awesome, thank you. Okay, I say this for every webinar, but I will say it again. This is some of the reasons that we do all of this work here at Hatch, is these people on these pictures, which are our amazing intended parents and surrogates. And I just love these pictures and what they embody in terms of, this journey, the bond between intended parents and surrogates, this kind of real partnership in going into this journey together and creating something amazing together, which is obviously a happy, healthy child. So I just want that to kind of go with that. I'm just gonna I see a question here or something. I'll definitely get back to that one. So please hang on, and we'll get to that one. All right. So let's just jump forward a bit. I want to talk about today's schedule, if you will. Sounds very formal. But what we will be speaking about today, I'm just going to keep track of the time here as well, because I'm bad at time management. Always a good trait in an employee. This is what we're talking about today. Introduction, just shortly about Hatch and PFCLA. I just want everybody who ever speaks to us to know what we are, who we are, and what we are about. Well, I'll make it very brief though. So we're going to focus on the other aspects of, first of all, what does a match time mean? We throw around this concept of match time. And I know that we are all in different stages of research. So for somebody, it might be a very hilarious concept of speaking about what is even a match time. But there are people that are actually very new to this, and I want to give them the chance to understand, when we throw around match time here and match time there, what does that actually mean? What are we referring to? But then we'll get to the juicy part of understanding what impacts agency matching times. And it's not a perfect list. Like, there's many things that impact agency matching times. We would never get through all of them in one sitting. But I focus on a couple of things that I usually think about when we speak about match times. So we'll talk about, why does a match time look a certain way? What does that mean for an agency? What's behind that, etc. We will also talk a little bit about how we perceive match time, because match time today, which we'll discuss a bit later, is all about start to match. But there is also a different aspect to match time, which is start to pregnancy. So from match to pregnancy, what does that mean versus just, from start to match itself? So let's discuss that topic and concept a little bit. I think it's a bit challenging. I mean, it's challenging the status quo of what when we're talking about match times, and we're all about challenging status quo at Hatch when it makes sense for the process and for the quality or success or whatever. So let's talk about that a bit and see if I can challenge you about how you think about match times versus matched pregnancy or live birth even. And then we can do some Q&A. I just changed that last sentence. So we will not be asking a match specialist about that. We will be asking me, an experienced intended parent, about this process as well in terms of match times and what that means. And on that note, this is me. I'm Edwin. I'm the international manager here at Hatch and Pacific Fertility Center. But I also work with many of our domestic intended parents as well, actually. But I tend to focus more on, the events, conference, business side, more on the international